Human curiosity is the engine of discovery, the insatiable drive that pushes us to look up at the stars and wonder not just what they are, but who we are in the grand cosmic scheme of things. It's an itch we can't help but scratch. For as long as we have been human, we have been explorers, seeking to understand the world around us and the echoes of those who came before. We build vast telescopes to peer into the distant past of the universe, and we dig into the earth to unearth the past of our own species. This journey is one of piecing together a grand puzzle. But sometimes we find pieces that don't seem to fit anywhere. They challenge our assumptions. They defy our timelines. Imagine an ancient shipwreck resting on the seafloor for 2 millennia. Among the scattered amphorae marble statues, divers discover a corroded lump of bronze, which at first glance seems unremarkable. But this lump, recovered in 1901 off Antikythera, would eventually reveal itself as one of the most astonishing technological artifacts ever found. After decades of painstaking analysis using X-ray scanning and CT scanning, scientists uncovered its secret: a complex system of at least 30 interlocking bronze gears. This was no mere trinket, it was an intricate, hand-powered astronomical computer, an ancient Greek orrery of breathtaking sophistication. It was designed to predict astronomical positions and the 4-year cycle of the ancient Olympic Games. The sheer existence of the Antikythera mechanism shatters our conventional timeline of technological development. Dated to the 2nd century BCE, when known gearing was far simpler. Think watermills and odometers. The complex differential gearing modeled the moon's variable motion, and that level of engineering wouldn't reappear for over 1,000 years. Medieval European astronomical clocks. Why is science puzzled? Because this device is a complete outlier. It implies deep understanding of celestial mechanics and precision engineering that appears and then vanishes. Mainstream theory, a lone surviving example of lost Hellenistic mechanical engineering. Other examples may have been lost to time decay or melted down for bronze. A less mainstream idea: transfer of knowledge from an older vanished civilization, or reverse engineering from a source we cannot fathom. This is not about aliens. It's about possible lost chapters in human history. Maybe the knowledge was concentrated in a small, secretive group of artisans. The mystery matters today because it forces us to reconsider the ancient world. It's tangible proof that technological progress isn't always a straight line. Sometimes the cosmos in a box can be lost and found again. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the last surviving wonder of the ancient world, stands as a silent, colossal testament to a mystery of engineering. Constructed around 2560 BCE as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, a structure of almost unimaginable scale and precision. An estimated 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. Quarried, transported, assembled, and for nearly 4,000 years the tallest man-made object on Earth. The precision stuns modern engineers, aligned to true north within 3/60ths of a degree, base level to within just a few centimeters. Why is science puzzled? Decades of research, but no certain answer. No surviving records, no blueprints, no detailed accounts. The logistics of moving millions of blocks to 481 feet defies easy explanation. Mainstream theories involve ramps. Straight ramp, spiral ramp, internal ramp, all present serious problems. A spiral ramp would ruin the precise geometry during construction. The leading theory suggests a combination: long external ramp for the lower levels transitioning to an internal corkscrew ramp for the upper sections. Houdan's 2007 survey used 3D modeling to support the internal ramp idea. He argued it explains anomalies inside the walls. The hypothesis fits known materials and tools, but direct archaeological proof remains elusive and debated. Speculative alternatives suggest lost technology or deeper physics knowledge. Advanced acoustic levitation, geopolymer cement, casting blocks in place. These ideas lack direct evidence and aren't mainstream. They arise because conventional explanations still feel inadequate. The Great Pyramid remains a permanent question mark on human history's landscape, a monument to a pharaoh, and to our enduring ignorance of ancient achievements. In the rolling hills of southeastern Turkey lies a discovery that has fundamentally rewritten the story of human civilization, Göbekli Tepe. Dated to approximately 9,600 BCE, a breathtaking complex of massive, T-shaped stone pillars arranged in circles. Pillars over 18 feet tall, weighing up to 20 tons, adorned with intricate carvings of animals like foxes, lions, snakes, vultures. The astonishing part, built by a society that shouldn't have been capable of it. These were hunter-gatherers, people who had not yet developed pottery, writing, the wheel, or even agriculture. Thought to live in small nomadic bands, not organize massive coordinated labor. Göbekli Tepe flips that script. Maybe intense, shared ritual and the desire for a sacred gathering place drove people to settle, compelling them to develop agriculture to feed workers and pilgrims. Why is science puzzled? Because it's 11,600 years old, predating Stonehenge by 6,000 years and the Great Pyramid by 7,000 years. And it was built by people considered primitive. Klaus Schmidt championed the main theory. Göbekli Tepe was a cathedral on a hill, a regional ritual center. The carved animals may be sacred symbols, totems, or perhaps even narrative scenes from a forgotten mythology. This reframes the Neolithic revolution. Religion as a driver, not a byproduct. It was the temple that created the city. The effort suggests a highly sophisticated social and spiritual structure. A surprising idea links the site to a cataclysm. Some researchers, like Graham Hancock, see astronomical symbolism in the carvings. One pillar, the vulture stone, might depict a specific date using constellations. That date may correspond with a comet impact around 10,150 BCE, the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis. In this view, Göbekli Tepe could be a monument by survivors of global catastrophe, a record of the event and a new world order under a new sky. Whether temple or astronomical marker, Göbekli Tepe proves the dawn of civilization was far more complex and spiritually driven than we imagined. Stretching across the arid, windless plains of the Nazca Desert in southern Peru are hundreds of gigantic geoglyphs known as the Nazca lines. Aerial views reveal vast swaths of etched lines and figures across a barren desert floor. Created between 500 BCE and 500 CE, these enormous designs were made by removing the reddish-brown, iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the desert floor to reveal the lighter-colored earth beneath. The figures are vast and varied, ranging from simple geometric lines, trapezoids, to complex and stylized depictions of animals, such as a spider, a hummingbird, a monkey, a lizard. Many of these figures are so large, some stretching over 1,200 feet, that their true form can only be appreciated from high in the air. A curious fact, given that the Nazca people had no known means of flight. The leading scientific and archaeological theory, ritualistic and ceremonial purposes tied to water and fertility. The Nazca Desert is one of the driest places on Earth. Survival depended on water running down from the Andes. Many lines and geometric shapes appear connected to or pointing toward water sources. The animal figures may have represented spirits or deities the Nazca people appealed to in prayers for rain and successful harvests. The lines could have been pathways for religious processions, giant outdoor temples for communal ceremonies. Another idea, the lines as a massive astronomical calendar or map. Gerald Hawkins studied correlations with sun, moon, and stars, though his results weren't widely accepted. And the fringe, Erich von Däniken popularized the ancient astronaut runway theory. No evidence, but a captivating idea. While many of the mysteries we explore are thousands of years old, some are more modern, yet no less baffling in their precision. The Voortrekker Monument, located in Pretoria, South Africa, is a massive granite structure completed in 1949 to commemorate the Afrikaner pioneers of the 1830s. At the heart of the monument is the Cenotaph Hall, with a marble cenotaph inscribed Ons Virgeu, Suid-Afrika. The monument was designed with a remarkable feature. Precisely at noon on December 16th each year, the day of the vow, a ray of sunlight passes through an aperture in the dome and strikes those exact words. The puzzle is the flawless, enduring execution. Designing a building to channel a sunbeam to a single point at a single time requires precise knowledge of latitude and longitude, the Earth's axial tilt, and Earth's orbit around the sun. Achieving that accuracy in a mid-20th century stone structure and keeping it accurate decades later is extraordinary planning. The sun's apparent path even shifts slightly across a 4-year cycle. Science isn't baffled because it's impossible. It's baffled because it's so perfect. The journey through these 5 mysteries, from the clockwork cosmos of the Antikythera mechanism to the sunlit vow of the Voortrekker monument, leaves us standing at the exhilarating edge of human knowledge. These enigmas are not failures of science. On the contrary, they are its greatest catalysts. They are the grit in the oyster that produces the pearl of new understanding. The Great Pyramid, Göbekli Tepe, the Nazca lines are not just piles of stone or etchings in the dirt. They are profound questions posed to us by our ancestors. They challenge our neat timelines of progress and force us to confront the humbling possibility that we have forgotten as much as we have learned. They show us that human ingenuity is not a simple linear march forward, but a complex dance of discovery, loss, and rediscovery. Each of these mysteries serves as a powerful reminder that the story of humanity is still being written, and its early chapters are far more spectacular than we once believed. They fuel the very curiosity that defines us, pushing archaeologists to dig deeper, engineers to model more accurately, and astronomers to look for echoes of ancient knowledge in the patterns of the sky. The absence of easy answers is not a void, but a space filled with possibility. Lost technologies, forgotten histories, different ways of seeing the world. The puzzles presented by these artifacts encourage us to remain humble in our knowledge and audacious in our questions, to accept that the universe and our own past within it is likely far stranger and more wonderful than our current theories can fully accommodate. What the Antikythera mechanism and Göbekli Tepe reveal is that we should be cautious in our assumptions about the past. They suggest that moments of genius, of incredible technological and social sophistication, could have flared up and then vanished, leaving behind only enigmatic whispers. They are anomalies that may, one day, with more evidence, become the cornerstones of a new, more complete history of our species. Until that day comes, they remain as powerful symbols of the unknown, tantalizing clues in the greatest detective story of all, the story of us. And so, we continue to search, to question, and to wonder, driven by that cosmic itch to understand. Ultimately, the value of these mysteries is not in finding a final, definitive answer that neatly ties up every loose end. Their true value lies in the ongoing conversation they inspire between our present and our past. They keep our sense of wonder alive. They are the ghost stories told around the campfire of science, still dark woods to explore, still strange noises in the night, and still breathtaking discoveries waiting just beyond the circle of our light. The quest for knowledge is a journey without a final destination, and these ancient enigmas are the beautiful, bewildering, and inspiring signposts that guide us along the way, forever urging us onward into the vast and magnificent unknown.